Now, we're going to move into the week of 10/9, and we start off on 10/9 with Indigenous People Day. So we definitely want to focus on gratitude. We have the moon square Jupiter and Uranus. Uranus is known for unpredictability, right? It's that lightning bolt of wow. And Jupiter's there, it makes everything bigger. So kind of go with the flow, focusing on gratitude. Go with the flow because it's not necessarily going to be predictable what happens on Monday the 9th, okay? Now, as we move into Tuesday, the 10th, we have a couple things going on. One is that the moon will be in the sign of Virgo, okay? We're starting to have a few planets there in the sign of Virgo. And even though the sun, we moved out of Virgo season, the planets haven't necessarily caught up to that. So right now we just have Venus in the sign of Virgo, and then the moon will be in the sign of Virgo that day. Okay, so Tuesday the 10th, Pluto, which has been in its retrograde period for a while now, is going to go direct. So that means that all you Capricorns are going to be really excited because Pluto is starting to make its way out of your sign, okay? Pluto is a planet of transformation and change, death and rebirth. It's a power planet, okay? And so, it's powerful, and Capricorn's going to be happy when it finally leaves its sign. It's been pretty intense. So even though there's going to be a little bit of retrograding back and forth with Pluto, eventually by next year, Pluto will leave the sign of Capricorn for good. It won't return back there. I think it's like 364 years. So you Capricorns can breathe a sigh of relief. So look and see where Pluto is transiting in your chart. And you can see where the great change is happening. This is a really good time for you to clean up stuff. So for instance, if Pluto was in your house of relationships, it might be the time to really do that final cleanup, really looking at how you're treating yourself, maybe looking at your relationship with money with yourself, and making some necessary changes, okay? Because this is like the final sweep of those changes. So Aquarius, guess what? Pluto's heading into your sign next. And you've heard me talk about it before. I did some research to see when Pluto went into my sign, Sagittarius, and it was 1995. And as I've talked about, 1995 was a huge, huge year of my life. And I can't say it was for the positive, not that I was necessarily cooperating at that point, okay? So there's a lot of powerful changes that happened in 1995. Pluto left my sign in 2008. In 2008, I was much more cooperative with the universe, and a lot of good things happened. I mean, there was some intensity. I lost my mother, but there was a peace that came to me, and I also was able to meet my life partner later that year. So there's a lot of good things that can happen with this powerful change of Pluto, okay? So Pluto going direct on the 10th, the moon will be conjunct together with Venus. So be kind and gentle to yourself, okay? On Wednesday the 11th, the moon will be in Virgo, and it's going to be opposite Saturn in Pisces. So a Virgo moon, right? It's all about details and precision and getting things done. And Saturn in Pisces is almost like the opposite of that. So you can actually take your dreams and actually start taking action towards them, okay? It's a good day for planning. It's a good day for sketching out ideas, okay? Thursday the 12th, take a few minutes to meditate before taking action. So we have an opposition with Neptune. So the moon will be in Scorpio opposite Neptune, and Neptune wants you to meditate and take those times away from everyday life. Mars, the planet of action, is going to move into the sign of Scorpio. I actually have that placement natally. Mars and Scorpio, we will, how you get things done in this deep transformational sign of Scorpio. So we will get it done. Even if you don't have that natally, that's the energy that's going to be in the air, okay? Now, Friday the 13th, oh yes, Friday the 13th, as we approach Scorpio season, I wrote down No is probably the right answer. Okay, there's going to be some oppositions with Neptune, which makes things cloudy. And so I would say no is probably your best bet until you get more information. Okay. Now, the weekend. This is a big, big weekend because we have a solar eclipse happening. So we're going to have the Libra new moon on Saturday, the 14th. And at the same time, we're heading into eclipse season. Now, I'm not necessarily an expert on eclipses, but I've been doing some research and learning about them. And I guess they come in series, okay, like over a long spell. We're kind of in the early end of these eclipses. So we want to pay attention to what's happening during these eclipses. Now, this particular eclipse on the 14th, when the moon will be in Libra, so the moon and the sun are in the same sign during a new moon. This hasn't happened like this in 18 years and 10 days. Okay, so the last time this happened was 2005. So you might want to think about what was going on there, and then paying attention to what's going on now. Okay, so new moons bring in new. All right, so we want to pay attention to what is being offered to us. It's also going to be square Pluto and conjunct together with Mercury. Now, I heard some astrologers say that when the eclipse happens and Mercury and I believe it's Mars are both kind of behind the eclipse, that the energy becomes not available. So you might feel a little stuck. You may feel like you don't have a lot of choices, okay? But that's going to clear out later. So just pay attention to what's happening on the 14th and do a little soul searching about what was going on in 2005, 18 years and 10 days ago, okay? Now, the new moon is a great time for moon water also, maybe a couple days before, and leave it out a couple days after. Think about what it is that you want to bring in. Think about what some of your, I hate to say wishes, I really don't like saying wishes, but I talk about placing your order. So place your order with the universe on the 14th, okay? Now on Sunday the 15th, we're still going to be coming down off these eclipses and the new moon. The moon will move into Scorpio by early morning, okay? I know I smile every time I talk about Scorpio. I love that season, I just do. And maybe it's because I have a few planets in Scorpio, but I love the intensity of Scorpio. So recommit to your soul's sacred contract over this weekend. Really think about what it is that you really came here to do. And if you're familiar with astrology, you can really take a look at where your North Node placement is, okay? On Sunday, you can get things done, go for it. It's a great day for that.